As if being Donald Trump's daughter isn't the hardest job in the world. Ivanka Trump pokes fun at herself in a $2,750 dress during her speech at the lavish Gridiron dinner in front of hot date Jared and White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders. Ivanka Trump played the jokes at the exclusive annual Gridiron dinner Saturday night after posting a picture with her hot date husband Jared Kushner. The president's daughter poked fun at working for her dad, the Washington Post reports, and said every day is a Gridiron dinner for the president. She is said to have told the 700 gathered journalists, "The press seems to think it's ironic that I, born of great privilege, think people want to work for what they are given. As if being Donald Trump's daughter isn't the hardest job in the world." Ivanka, wearing a $2,750 Margarian dress, had earlier shared a loved-up image with her husband, wearing a tux, to her 6 million followers on Twitter. The annual Gridiron Club and Foundation dinner calls for good-natured roasting through songs, skits and speeches as a break from the daily battles between journalists and government officials. President Trump skipped the dinner his first year in office but attended last year, giving a half-hour speech with plenty of one-liners. His daughter and senior advisor, Ivanka, told the audience that he asked her to step in for him. "This isn't a joke," she said. In offering her father's regrets for not attending, she said, "The opportunity to poke fun at the media is not something he passes up lightly." For her dad, she said, "Every day is a Gridiron dinner." U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar was the Democratic speaker for the 134th annual event. Klobuchar promised the audience at the Renaissance Washington Hotel that her remarks would be shorter than a Robert Kraft visit to the Orchids Day Spa. Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots and a friend of President Donald Trump, has been charged in Florida with 2 counts of soliciting prostitution. He has pleaded not guilty. Klobuchar, who recently announced her presidential candidacy, added, "A woman can tell a dirty joke." A recent New York Times story depicted Klobuchar as a difficult boss and included an anecdote in which the senator chewed out a staffer for bringing her a salad without a fork and that she ate the salad with a comb. She asked the dinner guests, how did everyone like the salad? And that it needed a little scalp oil and a pinch of dandruff. Recounting her campaign kickoff speech amid a snowstorm in Minneapolis, Trump called her snowman woman. Klobuchar wondered aloud how Trump's hair would fare in a blizzard. On the Republican side, Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana made fun of his drawl, saying when he appeared on cable TV, "They call me folksy. I think that means they're surprised I have a college degree." His advice for life? Always be yourself, he said, unless you suck. Kennedy had good news amid the Russia probe. No one in the Trump administration has been found to be secretly working for the United States. Recalling the New Orleans Saints' loss in the NFL playoffs after a controversial call, he said, "Crime's so bad we had a Super Bowl stolen from us." Not that Kennedy enjoyed the low-scoring Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams. "If I had wanted to watch guys failing to score for 4 hours, he would have taken fellow Senators Ted Cruz and Bernie Sanders to a singles bar." Other administration officials attending the dinner included Presidential Press Secretary Sarah Sanders, Trump Senior Advisor Kellyanne Conway and Acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin, Housing and Urban Development Secretary Ben Carson and Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen also went. Also on hand were Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, Sen. Cruz of Texas and Sens. Jerry Moran and Pat Roberts of Kansas. The annual dinner traces its history to 1885. President Grover Cleveland refused to attend, but every president since has come to at least one Gridiron. The organization counts many of Washington's more prominent journalists in its membership. The dinner traditionally attracts journalists, media executives, lawmakers, government officials and military officers. A charitable organization, the Gridiron Club and Foundation contributes to college scholarships and journalistic organizations. Last year President Trump poked fun at White House exits, Bannon, Sessions and his own marriage.